I think it was last week. It was family weekend, which was a long holiday for, people that live in certain parts of Canada. We went to go see our nephew, my sister's baby. I'm going to insert a little picture. I held baby Noah for the very first time. And it was just a magical experience. The stress level was high, but we got through it. Only one of us cried. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen this picture. It's me and baby Noah for the first time. He's only 3 weeks old. And it wasn't a magical experience. And I'm really happy I finally got to experience that at 30 years old. I got a little baby fever. Okay, a little bit. Just a very, very small amount of baby fever. Would you say it was small, Kurtis?
No. Very high.
Anyways, you're supposed to say it was small too. But I had we're going to say it was small baby fever. And it made me stress about my biological clock is ticking. I don't even know what makes baby fever happen. Do men go through baby fever? Do you go through baby fever?
No. No.
I finally experienced it. And I'm like, wow, this is what women talk about when they say they have baby fever. Yeah. But it's gone now. It's gone. Oh, I see.
Because a baby is just so innocent in the first stages of life. And then they grow up.
Into what?
And I'm sure every parent can agree that it's like, yes, I love my child, but damn, they put me through a lot of stress.
I don't put my parents through stress at all. I was a very good child.
Yeah, right.
I was. We can call my mama right now and she will tell you how good of a child I was.
I think she would just stay silent.
Okay, fine. Fine. Kurtis wants to talk that shit. We're gonna put it to rest. Call my mama. She's not going to answer. I have a question to ask you. We're doing our podcast, and I have a question. Was I a good child?
Up to age. Yeah, you were a good child.
All right, thank you. That's all.
Did she stress you at all?
All right, that's all I wanted to know. Don't make me call your mama.
My mom will tell you the truth.
She tells me the truth every single time. And you know what's actually really scary that I think about? Okay, I went through a little rebel stage. And then my mom would always say, oh, wait till you have your own kids. They're going to be rebel like you. Yeah. It's going to be your karma. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm your karma. Then what's going to be my karma?
Yep. No, I know my mom was bad. And I put her through a lot of stress too. Just like she put her parents through a lot of stress.
Yeah, exactly. So are we just the generations of karma?
Just passing it down the line.
Yes. But anyways, welcome back to this Thing of Ours podcast,
where we talk about all of life's highs and lows.
And everything in between. Happy Sunday, folks. Hope your week has been fantastic. So far, we've had 2 winter storms. One was Thursday, and then one is today, actually. It has been snowing since last night, midnight.
It's been snowing for the past month. I think we probably had 5 days in the past month where it didn't snow.
Ask this man if he shoveled the snow yet. Ask him. Ask him.
Today? No, not yet. Not
and
today.
Why
not? Why? Don't know. We got both cars parked in the driveway, so there's not much snow in the driveway. And yeah, I just didn't feel like it yet. It's still snowing. So I'm going to either shovel once it stops snowing, or shovel multiple times.
Speaking of cars, so I had the same car for the last 8 years. It's just because when we were talking about shoveling, I was thinking, I hope my car does not get stuck in the snow. Because when I came home from work the other day, I did the shoveling of the driveway, and as I was parking on the side of the house, my car got stuck. But my neighbors saw me shoveling, trying to get my car out, my little car out of the snowbank. No one came and helped. They just watched me through the window. And the reason why I know they watched me through the window is because I looked through. Like, I looked up and I saw them watching me. 3 different people watched me through their window. But I understand it's cold out. But at the same time, it's like, how many times have we helped our neighbors get out of the snow?
Every time. If we're walking our dog and I see someone stuck or I see someone that needs a little bit of help, I'll always help them.
Yeah.
Always.
But no one helped me. But that's fine. That's fine. Because your girl got out by herself. Okay? Didn't need no man. I got out by myself. But I was just thinking about how many, like, it's going to be time soon to get a new car because there's so many things that I need to get fixed. And I'm just not ready to let go of that attachment. When I think about having to trade her in, I kind of tear up a little bit. Like, she is my first car. She got me through a lot.
Yep.
She is my first car. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be ready to give up my first car. How did you guys feel when you first got your first car? How did that make you feel when you knew you had to trade her in? Like, did you trade her in because, you were ready to get a new one? You got a family, so you needed a bigger car. I just don't think I'm ready yet.
See, my first car was when I was 17.
Got a first car at 17?
17 or 8. Yeah, I was 17.
No.
Almost 18 though. But I've been through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 or 6 cars.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten through one. I'm driving my very first car still.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been through like 5 or 6 cars. Yeah. It's I don't know. I didn't think it was anything.
You didn't feel any attachment to it? Like, am I crazy here? Like, I'm literally tearing up thinking, man, she's gonna cost too much to fix. And I'm not ready. Like I said, I'm gonna drive that car into the ground. I am not lying. I'm gonna drive until she no longer can drive.
She's been good to you though.
Yeah, she
like
has.
You haven't done that much.
No, but when I have to do something, it costs a lot. Like, for example, changing the underground thing.
Underground.
Well, underneath the car. You know what I meant.
The catalytic converter.
Yes, thank you. And then I had to change that. What was it called? Muffler?
You had to do the muffler, yes.
And now my door won't open. Like, passenger door. My AC don't work. The heat. We're getting by with the heat for now. But yeah, when I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, no, not yet. Not just because of my bank account, but also because of me emotionally. I'm very attached.
But I'm sure that's part of it too. It's like you don't have a payment right now. So to give that up and be like, yeah, okay, I'm good with spending $300, $400, $500 a month.
Oh, that's how much it costs for a car per month?
Yeah.
Wow. No, I'm just
Could
not
be
ready.
more,
I'm not,
depending on what you get. But.
See, that's the thing, okay? I'm not really fancy like this. I don't need like anything fancy. Like one of my cars that I've been looking at is a Nissan Kicks. And I would just get the basic model. I was like, damn, these cars are pricey. Yeah, I think if I'm going to get another car, that is something I would look at. It would be the Nissan Kicks or something, similar to that style. I was actually thinking about going with Toyota instead of Nissan. I'm curious to know how you guys felt. When did you guys get your first car? When did you trade it in? And what made you trade in your first car? You guys loved your first car as much as I loved my first car. So one thing I also learned this week is that I'm addicted to stress.
And here you are stressing yourself out about your car.
I know.
I've been through a lot of different cars over the years, and I never really stressed myself out about it when I had to switch. Like, yeah, okay, I guess there was a little bit of like worry, like, Am I gonna like the new car as much as I like this one, or um, will I have any problems with the new one? Things like that. But I feel like you're stressing yourself out more than it needs to be. Like you're going a little bit too deep into it.
It's actually funny. I was reading a post that said something along the lines like, "Are you addicted to your body's hormone stress?" Let me see if I can find it. I'll get you to read it.
Okay. Who sent you that?
It was somebody that I work with, actually, or that I did work with. I no longer work there, but we follow each other on Instagram.
All right. So it's by the holistic psychologist on Instagram. So the post says, "Are you addicted to your own body's stress hormones?
Yes.
Signs you're running on cortisol." Now, do you even know what cortisol is?
It's a hormone that's in the body that I know that's your stress hormone.
Okay.
I'm assuming that because it asked that question.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard the word before, but I don't.
All right, so let's Google so everyone knows what cortisol is.
Hey Google, what does cortisol do?
According to Cleveland Clinic, cortisol is an essential hormone that affects almost every organ and tissue in your body. It plays many important roles, including regulating your body's stress response, helping control your body's use of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, or your metabolism.
Now, swiping right. The next post says, the body's stress response creates a chemical cocktail in the body. Norepinephrine, adrenaline, and cortisol are all released into the bloodstream. Our nervous system goes into a flight response, which looks like going and going with no end in sight. At the same time, dopamine, or the feel-good chemical, is released into the brain, encouraging us to repeat the stressful behaviors that lead to more hits of dopamine. This is why so many people seemingly thrive in stressful situations. Picture the workaholic, the person with the high pressure, overly demanding job, the person always in conflict, or the person stuck in a highly toxic relationship. Addiction to cortisol can look like chronic patterns of high level conflict in relationships, never being able to sit still, always going, overscheduling yourself, finding yourself in drama regularly, or lack of boundaries. When we're addicted to cortisol, rest actually feels uncomfortable. Being still feels uncomfortable. Why? The body is in flight. We're tired from the stress and wired, ready for the threat. This is all subconscious, autonomic process. Many of us don't even know we're addicted to this cycle because it's normal to us, or what we call life. We feel bored, empty, or in need of distraction when we're not stimulated by our stress response. As our threshold for stress goes up and we don't recover from it and return to a healthy baseline, we need more and more stress to feel like ourselves.
Well, I tell you what, I never recovered from the first stress that I went through. Definitely never recovered. But yeah, what did you take from that? Do you think you are addicted to stress?
To be honest, I feel like this day and age, I feel like we all run on that. Like we're all so busy with everything in our lives that we're constantly in a stressful environment. Life doesn't ever really and truly calm down. And when it does, we're looking for something to distract ourselves.
Yeah.
Like even when we're just sitting at home at the end of the day, we turn on the TV, we're on our phone, we're on the computer, like we're always looking for something and we can never just be still. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's exactly how I feel. Right now, I'm not working as a dental hygienist, but I am still working in the dental office. And it's just so fast paced, right? And I just feel like my brain is like, wow, hold on, when can I sit down? And then when I sit down, I'm just like, I don't want to sit anymore. Like I need to do something. And it's funny because when I I had an hour for lunch and I only took a half an hour. And then my boss was like, "Why'd you only take a half an hour? You have an hour." And I was like, "Honestly, I just can't sit." And she's like, "Bring a book." So that's what I've been doing. But yeah, like I just feel like it's hard for me to sit still. Like it's almost like I don't want to be in my own thoughts because I know I could be doing something else. I just have a hard time of just sitting still and doing nothing now. Because in the post it says like if we don't recover from it, it's like almost like a new baseline, right? That's basically what it said. What we experience. What did it say exactly?
Yeah. So it said basically, if we don't come back down completely
Mm-hmm.
and actually get proper rest and, eliminate as much stress as possible and just be calm, be still,
Mm-hmm.
we come down to a certain level and that becomes our baseline. And then we just keep increasing. It's like being addicted to drugs and alcohol. Like your tolerance increases and you never fully come down from everything.
Mm-hmm.
The more you do it, if you do it every day, right, your tolerance goes up and your baseline increases as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I is that something we should kind of teach our kids as they grow up, that like you need some time to just sit and recharge
Mm.
and not like, yeah, okay, life is gonna stress you, like there's things in life that are gonna stress you and you're gonna have to deal with it, but you need time to just sit back, be calm, and just like let go of everything that's happened throughout your day. Like you need, and maybe that's why so many people talk about meditation
Mm.
and that it's like very beneficial to do because it gives you that time to just be still.
And maybe
Right?
that's why it's so hard for people to meditate because they can't.
Yeah, their mind's still going like, why am I wasting my time sitting here?
Well, that's not what I'm thinking. That's not what I'm thinking at all. I'm having conversations in my own head.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, though. Like you're wasting your time sitting there because you have so much stuff in your head running. Like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. You know, this is happening, and yeah.
Hmm.
So you can't actually just calm your mind. I don't know. Like I work in a very fast paced environment, and there's always something happening. Like I don't stop. But like at the end of the day, when I finally sit down, I just crash.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, wow, that was too much. And like getting up in the morning, like yes, I go because I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got bills, like everybody got bills.
How's that song Bills go again? I got bills to pay or something like that. How's that song go?
No, I know which song you're talking about.
Oh, how's it go? Got bills.
I
Gotta pay.
So
So I'm gonna work every day.
I know exactly like what I'm going to, and it's just gonna be completely stressful, and I'm gonna hate every minute of it. Well, sorry, not every minute. There are some parts of the day that are okay, but like obviously it's not what I'd prefer to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things in life I would much rather do.
See, for me, I work Monday to Thursday. And on Thursdays, I'm like, okay, when I go home, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit. Fridays, I'm going to be in bed all day with my dog and we're not going to do anything. Friday comes, there's like no days off. I get up, I clean the house, I wash my hair. I'm like, okay, let's go for a walk. Oh, let's go to the grocery store. It's just like really and truly no sit. Like I say I'm gonna sit, but I actually never actually do.
Mhm.
I'm curious to know what you guys think about that post as well. You know, the conversation doesn't end here. You guys are included as well. Do you think you are addicted to stress? Do you think you are addicted to the being busy lifestyle? Or can you sit still? Sorry if battery died again. I don't know why this is the second time the camera has overheated.
Yeah, so yeah, the battery didn't die, it
No.
overheated.
Yes, so that's what I meant by the battery died. But I mean, it did shut off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to stretch. I'm stretching. So anyways, all right. So enjoy your weekend. Happy Sunday, folks. Hope your week is going to be fantastic. I'm we are sorry once again if this podcast just seems all over the place. But you know what? I kind of like that. You have anything else you want to say, Kurtis?
About ending this podcast, not really. Just want to say happy anniversary and that I love you, and here's to many more.
Yes, many more dogs are coming this way.
Many more dogs.
Just
Yeah.
one more puppy. Thank you for subscribing. And if you are new, subscribe to this channel. Join the family. We post every Sunday. And we will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.